I don't know about you, but I am hyped. Hi! I went to see Ghost in the Shell because we got a theatrical re-release of it here, and I was so lucky. It was such a great experience because you turned around and you just saw all these almost stereotypical otaku people, and it was just the best thing ever. Loved it. So I'd never seen Ghost in the Shell before, and I thought, what better way to experience Ghost in the Shell than in the theater? And what I didn't expect is that they would be re-releasing the dubbed version. I mean, it kind of makes sense when you think about it, but I just wasn't expecting it. In my mind, since that's the standard way to watch for me, I just assumed that we would be watching the sub, not dub. Apart from that, the experience was pretty cool. Before the re-release started, we got a trailer for the Ghost in the Shell movie that's coming in March, so the Scarlett Johansson version, and they basically showed you a little clip of them working on the movie on the set, and how the director of the original Ghost in the Shell was on the set, and essentially it was almost like they were trying to calm us down because well, everyone's just expecting it to be bad, aren't they? There was that whole whitewashing scandal thing, and yeah, so to have the director be on there and be like, I'm really looking forward to this, Scarlett Johansson's really worked hard on it, is kind of like, please calm down and go see the movie, okay? Kind of thing, which is hilarious. But to be honest, I saw the trailer when it first came out, and it was just awesome. It looked awesome. It looked great. So much detail and so much, you know, care looks like it was put into it. So I'm looking forward to it no matter what. The best part of it was the director of Ghost in the Shell, the movie, was basically like, we've been working really hard on the movie, so we're gonna show you a trailer. It wasn't a specific special release trailer or anything like that, unfortunately. But right before the trailer started, someone went, boo! It was hilarious. It was amazing. Because everybody was like, yep, we understand the sentiment. It was just nice. Like, the atmosphere, I've never gone to a movie where the atmosphere was this, like, you know, it's so difficult to explain, but it just, like, it was like we were there for a specific purpose, and we were all just happy and glad to be there. On to the nitty-gritty of this experience, essentially. Ghost in the Shell is actually, it's amazing. I can see why all the fuss is there. Please don't hate me. I hated the ending. I didn't like the ending. Like, I know that it was kind of a long movie already, but if we'd had like another half hour to go after the ending, would have been happy with that, because then I would have been able to, like, you know, see what happens from now on, and, you know, that kind of thing. But I guess that's a personal preference. Some people probably like the mystery and that it's like a little bit of a cliffhanger, but not really. Kind of. But yeah. But I really enjoyed their use of music and the soundtrack in it. It feels like something that's kind of that cyberpunk style can't really make use of something as organic as the traditional Japanese style voice and the drums that they use. I found that really, really amazing, and that it worked very, very well for the film. So I super enjoyed that part. The rest of the experience really just was diminished by the fact that it was dubbed. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. But for good reason. I'd only watched a little bit of the Japanese version, literally up until the part, you know, the equivalent of the part that they see in the trailer, to see how close it was for the two of them. But at the time I was doing some coursework for university, so I was like, I'll use this as a treat. Right after the deadline for my submission, they announced that they were going to do a theatrical re-release of Ghost in the Shell, the original movie. So I was like, I'll wait until it happens, and, you know, watch it the best way that I can. If you've got something against subtitles, I mean, not necessarily against subtitles, but you can't read and watch the thing at the same time. I kind of get it, but at the same time, the English dub is so cringy, I just can't watch it. I can't do it. Just for some reason, the English voice acting isn't the best, and it should be better. Sometimes it feels like what you're seeing on screen isn't felt by the voice actors. So, if someone is having an intense thought process and the way that they're articulating that to someone that they're speaking to isn't coming through in the voice, then what you're seeing and what you're hearing just doesn't make any actual sense. So in the brain, it just doesn't correlate like it should. It just doesn't make sense. And that's that annoying feeling that I felt. There was one bit in particular where when Ishikawa is talking to the chief, the English dub actor has this horrible intonation on every single sentence he says. It's essentially one of those things where, the characters are thinking about something. That typical thing, like,
and what if the footprints that actually led to the car were the ones that belonged to Mr. Hitman? Yes, that is how the zombies discovered the plans. But the plans? They didn't need the plans to get into the car. Well, how do you think they're gonna go to eat the brains?
It's that kind of thing. It's super horrible. And it doesn't belong in a work that's this good. So it's just the fact that the English voice actors didn't exactly understand what was going on, almost. It would have been okay if this was a kid's show, but it's really not. It's a film with mature themes, and it's not really designed to have that kind of intonation in it. Because no one talks like that. No one does. Essentially, what happens is the people who do the English dub just don't have the correct intonations. They don't really tend to understand what's going on. And a lot of the time when these are dubbed, people just literally read off the script, so they don't always have the time to kind of see how they should react, which is just a neglectful part of the industry when I think about it. The opposite can be true when they watch the original work with the original Japanese voiceover and they try to mimic it in a way that doesn't work in English. Watch any anime that has an adorable girl in it that has one of those really high voices. They'll dub her over in English in such a way that is you're just not able to watch it. There's no need for the actresses to go,
"Oh, well, I think that when Kyosuke comes along, we'll have a great time."
No, stop it. There's no need, because it doesn't work in English. A lot of people who watch dubs in English are going to be aware that in anime there's a certain amount of playfulness, so there's no need to completely show it in English. What's wrong with saying, "Oh, I'm so excited when Kyosuke comes over, then we can go and have a great time," instead of, "We can go have a great time"? Stop it. That's all I have to say, pretty much, on the whole sub versus dub thing. It's just too cringy to watch. What I can appreciate with dubs is some people have told me to watch specific things dubbed because the Japanese storyline was done so poorly that they managed to salvage it in the English version of it. And I am hugely appreciative of people who can make the effort to actually try and kind of replicate the story in English in a way that makes sense and in a way that was done better than the actual Japanese voiceover version. So yeah, that's all for this video this week. Come over next Friday if you would like to watch another video of me talking about anime and whatnot. I do a video about music on Saturdays. So yeah, hopefully we'll see you then.